Welcome back, fans of Colorado Mesa Athletics. You are now tuning into Maverick Postgame, where we have all of your highlights, stats, and analysis of these CMU Mavericks.
Hello everyone, my name is Bryce Langley.
And I am Stefany Busch.
Over the weekend, the Colorado Mesa men's basketball team went face-to-face with both the Fort Lewis Skyhawks and the Adams State Grizzlies in Bronson Arena. In the first game against Fort Lewis, the Mavs suffered a nasty defeat on their home turf. The rival Skyhawks came out swinging, holding a 42-35 lead at the half. The Skyhawks couldn't miss on the hardwood, shooting 60% from the field and 55% from the three-point territory. The Mavs were also out-rebounded 37-20. In the second half, the Mavs continued to get pummeled and eventually finished the game with a final score of 85-68. In the second game of the weekend against the Adams State Grizzlies, the Mavs returned to form. Connor Nichols led the Mavs with 27 points off 10 for 15 shooting on the night. Kenzo Kudo was right behind Nichols with 26 points, shooting 50% of his threes. Brandon Hoffer also contributed greatly with 5 assists. Other highlights from the game included a season-high percentage from the free throw line, cashing in on 23 of 25 shots. The Mavs would put these stat lines to good use, crushing the Grizzlies 96-82. The Mavs will host Western State Colorado in Bronson Arena this weekend. It will be the final home game for seniors, and they will be honored before tip-off.
Your Colorado Mesa women's beach volleyball team made their way to Tucson, Arizona on Saturday for the Cactus Classic, their first tournament of the season. With 3 matches total, the Mavs fell 5-0 to the Wildcats and again 5-0 to Boise State. In the final match of the tournament, CMU came back for redemption, snagging a victory against the Redhawks. Wins were received in the 1, 3, and 5 flights. Shout out to Katie Schur and Portia Valdez with wins throughout the day of 21-19 and 21-25. Lindy Dixon and Heike Crane also made a splash, claiming a 3-set win at number 3. After a few weekends of travel, your Colorado Mesa women's basketball team was able to settle down in the comfort of their own home, winning 2 for 2. On Friday, the ladies saw a 78-53-point lead over the Fort Lewis College Skyhawks, improving them to an 18-2 record in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. 15 of our players got busy on the court, with 4 of them posting double digits on the scoreboard. Kudos to Natalie Bartle leading the ladies with 22 points, just 3 off from her career high. Cindy Brandon almost met a triple-double, putting up 10 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists. Altogether, the Mavs shot 49.2% from the field and 42.3% from the three-point line. The Mavericks held their lead throughout the game. Within the first 5 minutes of the game, Kelsey Simons went 3 for 3 from the three-point line, establishing a 12-5 lead right off the bat. The Mavs saw their largest lead of the game at the end of the fourth quarter with a 27-point cushion over the Skyhawks. On Saturday, the Mavericks had a big night chasing after the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference outright title. Your Mavs got a win over Adams State 65-47, while their big opponents, Westminster College, lost to Regis University. The results of Saturday put Mesa 2 games ahead of Westminster, who they will be playing next weekend as their last game of the regular season. Back to the action of Saturday, your Mavericks shot 40.0% from the field and 30.0% from the three-point line. Kylan Rigsby led the Mavs, posting 17 points and going 3 for 4 at the three-point line. Karina Brandon and Cindy Brandon tied for the team-high 8 rebounds.
On Thursday, your CMU Mavericks baseball team traveled to Fresno, California to take on the Fresno Pacific University Sunbirds in a 4-game series. In the first game of the series, Colorado Mesa came out strong with a 3-run top of the first, followed by a 2-run top of the second. Despite being out-hit in the game 11-5, the Mavs' strong defense didn't allow an answering score until the 8th inning. Josh Shapiro scored in the 9th off a wild pitch from the Sunbirds for the Mavs to cap off the game 6-1. The following Friday, the Mavs played 2 games against the Sunbirds, earning victories in both of the contests. The first game featured the Mavs putting up 3 runs on the board and dominating the game until the bottom of the 9th. The first 2 runs came in the 2nd inning after Dominic DeMarco hit his 3rd homer of the season, followed by an RBI single by Hayden McGeary. In the top of the 9th, the Mavs scored off a Hunter Douglas double that allowed Josh Shapiro to make it home. In the last chance to tie it up, the FPU Sunbirds came just short after successfully putting up 2 runs on a home run from Tristan Alvarez. The Mavs would win 3-2.
In the second game of the Friday night games, the Mavs dominated all 7 innings at the FPU Diamond. Pitcher Garrett Hudson clocked in a complete game, allowing only 1 hit in shutout victory. Freshman Hayden McGeary again made waves in the game, going 2 for 4 with 3 runs driven home. The Mavs finished the second of the doubleheader with a score of 5-0. In the final game of the series, the Mavs would drop a game, ending their 7-game winning streak. After 3 innings, Fresno Pacific held a 3-0 lead. In the top of the 6th, Spencer Bromwell would hit a 2-run single that put the game up to 3-2. The next inning, the Mavs would tie the score with a run from Chase Hamilton. It would stay that way until the 11th inning, when the FPU Sunbirds would get a run to finish off the Mavs 4-3. The Mavs return to the road next weekend against the Dixie State Trailblazers.
In men's lacrosse, the Mavericks had a 2-game California road trip that saw games against Notre Dame de Namur and Whittier College. In the first game, the Mavericks walloped the NDNU Agronauts by a score of 30-5. 16 different Mavs put up goals in what was a dominant victory for the Mavericks. 5 Mavericks recorded their first ever hat tricks in the contest. The Mavs had a 60-32 edge in shots and a 42-26 advantage in ground ball opportunities. Congratulations to the Mavs for their spectacular road victory. In the second game of the trip, the Mavs were unfortunately brought back down to earth. A far cry from their 30-5 victory, the Whittier College Poets gave the Mavs a game. The game was closely contested the whole way through until the Poets pulled away, scoring the final 3 goals of the game to put away the Mavs. CMU would fall 10-8. The lacrosse team travels to Salt Lake City to take on Lynn University from Boca Raton, Florida in their next contest.
The Colorado Mesa softball team stayed home this weekend to host 4 games against the Fort Lewis College Skyhawks on Sunday and Monday. Spoiler alert, the ladies won them all. On Sunday, the first game's score ended up at 12-0 and the second game ended up at 15-0. The Mavericks had a total of 4 innings, scoring 5 or more runs. CMU posted 5 in the top of the first game and 9 in the second inning of the second game, grasping early control in both. Shout out to Anna Marie Torres with a run and grand slam, while the pitching staff came together for 2 one-hit shutouts in the doubleheader sweep. Other notable players were Kimber Herring, earning her 2nd shutout of the season, throwing 83 pitches and striking out 9 Skyhawks in the opener. Paige Adair got the start in the second game and struck out 4 Skyhawks in 4 innings before Mackenzie Surface struck out the side in the bottom of the 5th to secure the win. As for Monday, the first game score was 8-0 and the second was 15-5. Your Mavericks, currently ranked 22nd in the nation, scored 23 more runs and smashed 26 hits, including 7 for extra bases. The ladies outscored the Skyhawks 50-5 in the series and improved to 11-3 overall and 4-0 in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. After her efforts of 11 combined runs on Sunday, first baseman Anna Marie Torres went 5 for 6 with 2 walks and 6 RBIs. She also pocketed 2 doubles and a 3 home run. Kayla Jacoby also homered, while Jordan Hayes, Sarah Stottle, and Lexi Comer recorded doubles in the second game.
Thank you everyone for watching this week's edition of Maverick Postgame. Join us next week for more coverage of your CMU Mavericks. I'm Bryce Langley.
And I am Stefany Busch. See you next time.